Police officers. In recent years, Americans have voted that government place increasing emphasis on reducing crime through law enforcement efforts. Police officers are among those responsible for enforcing laws, statutes, and regulations designed to protect life and property. Among their duties are patrolling designated areas to preserve the peace and prevent crime, resolving community problems, and enforcing traffic laws.
We have 2 boxes in there, so they're just ready to go.
An area of police work that is growing in many communities is organizing and conducting prevention programs in schools and neighborhoods. Officers who work with programs such as DARE in the schools or Neighborhood Watch in communities have the opportunity to interact with children and adults in a very positive and helpful manner.
A lot of times when kids have contacts with officers, not always, but sometimes it's negative. And so this way it gives them a chance to get to know us, we get to know them, and it's personal. It's really personal.
When crimes are committed, officers spend much of their time interviewing witnesses and suspects, apprehending fugitives and criminals, collecting evidence, and testifying in court. They must file detailed reports, which can involve long hours of paperwork. Some become experts in chemical and microscopic analysis, firearms identification, or handwriting and fingerprint identification.
We have detectives. We have excellent detectives. We have the Special Investigation Unit that do undercover work. We have traffic officers. We have civil officers.
Although 40-hour work weeks are scheduled, paid overtime work is common. Shift work is necessary because police protection must be offered around the clock. Junior officers frequently are assigned weekend, holiday, and night duty. All officers are subject to call anytime they are needed. Police work is inherently dangerous, but good training, teamwork, and life-saving protective equipment minimize the numbers of injuries and fatalities. However, stress levels run high for officers and their families.
I have people that say to me all the time, "Aren't you afraid? Aren't you afraid that, you'll stop some car and you're going to be shot? Or aren't you afraid that..." And I feel like this. I can be killed walking across the street. I can be killed in an airplane crash. I'm as safe as I can be out there, and then I don't worry about it.
Officer candidates must be U.S. citizens, at least 20 years old, and meet rigorous personal and physical qualifications. Personal characteristics must be of the highest caliber, and background checks are made. Polygraph exams and drug testing are typical. Officers must always perform their duties in accordance with the law and departmental rules.
You have to be a people person, because if you're not, it'll show through.
Increasingly, police departments are encouraging applicants to have training in law enforcement from community colleges or universities.
Sometimes when you have some college and you start working in the field, depending on if you have a family or other things going on, see, it may be hard to get back into school. So I would encourage those kids to get their education out of the way first.
Physical education and sports help develop the competitiveness, stamina, and agility needed for police work.
I don't think that it's an easy job. I really don't. I think it takes a lot of patience, and certainly, like I said, at times there's a lot of stress. It's going to be real stressful.
Typical job duties may include teaching a drug prevention program at a public school, making notes of witnesses' accounts of a robbery, checking drivers' speeds with radar equipment, and writing a report about a neighborhood dispute. Earnings can range between $20,000 and $65,000 per year. The recommended education and training includes a high school diploma or its equivalent, followed by the completion of a formal police academy training program. Officers generally receive 12 to 14 weeks of classroom and practical training. A period of probation lasting 6 months to 3 years generally precedes eligibility for promotion. Post-secondary school training from a junior college, or university in the study of law enforcement is also recommended. Continuing training and education throughout their career helps officers improve their job performance. The job outlook is considered to be good, although highly competitive. Because the number of qualified candidates exceeds the number of openings, employers can be more selective and have therefore increased their hiring standards. Applicants with college training in police science, military experience, or both should have the best opportunities. For additional information, contact any federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies.